Hey, it's episode 3 of Any Kine Live. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kaipo Guerrero. And if you're just catching up with us, I want you to smash that thumbs up, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell, ding, so you get notifications when we go live. Thank you so much for joining us. This is episode 3, and I'm joined always by my partner, big wave rider, entrepreneur, and the Condor, Peter Mel. Thanks, Peter. This is episode 3. Stoked.
So stoked. And episode 3, that means what? Where can we go with the next level? Where are we going on this show, Kaipo? What kind of fun are we going to have?
We're going to have fun because we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And we got big announcements in the surf world today, Peter. Big stuff. So things are canceled through the end of June. So Rio, which we were hoping for, is postponed. ELO
postponed, that's the key word, right? Postponed, which means it's not canceled. It just means it might move in the calendar later. That's the hope, right? So we can still go to Saquarema.
Yes. I really hope that we do go to Saquarema, which is my one of my favorite stops. It's actually I wanted to show you this, Pete. Right here is a WhatsApp message from Posada de Garcas, our good friends over there. That's where we stay.
Oh, yes.
And the Posada is closed right now. So even if we went there, we wouldn't have anywhere to stay. So once the Posada is open, we can come back over there. And it's a wonderful place, right? You can talk to that. It's a great place.
It's the surf mecca of Brazil, one of them. I mean, I'm sure every coastline has their surf meccas, but that one's one that is truly one of the best because of, first of all, the people and the wave, and it's kind of mellow. It's just outside of Rio, so it's not full city life. Still has a little country vibe to it, and great surf.
So, it's rad. So we're gonna find out more as the world opens up. The next announcement from the World Surf League will be June 1st, but for sure no events until July 1st. But June 1st, we'll get the next update. And another update that happened today is a new format for 2021, which I'm very excited about. The new tour schedule, as we can see right here, is like we're going to have the minor leagues at the beginning of the year and then the major leagues at the end of the year. So the Challenger Series for the qualification for those 10 spots will happen at the beginning of the year, and those top 10 surfers will join the elite crew, probably I'm going to say mid-May or June when the CT gets going towards the end of the year. What do you think about the new schedule proposal?
I'm digging it. I think there's been talk about to change up the tour flavor, and this is a great time frame to do it. Obviously, with this break, you can kind of start to look at how it's going to unfold for 2021. I've liked that idea. I think that it creates kind of this. You get to see kind of the young crew come in the early stages of the year. We'll see probably. I mean, it breaks for the CT guys anyway, right? So they have like a 5 or 6 month period now that they can really, not only do trips or do other stuff or even be at the event, but I think this season for the championship tour with a final being surfed. So we're always going to have the excitement that we had at the Billabong Pipe Masters this year, which was crazy.
Which goes to the next change that's going to happen on the championship tour is we're going to conclude the year with a surf off. So this surf off is going to guarantee us crowning a champion in the water. The format hasn't been disclosed yet, but I'm going to tell you what I think this is my opinion, how the format's going to go. I think the format's going to be at the top 5 going into the final event for the surf off. And then I think 5, and then we look at seeding. And then, so 5 is going to surf against 4. And then whoever wins 5 and 4 is going to surf against 3. And whoever wins 4 and 3 is going to surf against 2. And then whoever wins that's going to surf against 1. And that's how it's going to be. But this is not official. This is just my guesstimation. I'm just thinking because I'm akamai. Like, I'm kind of smart. Sometimes people don't think I'm so smart, but I get them. So I think that's great. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. I think it's something that's going to be, because how good was it? I mean, we just use what we saw this season. When we got to number 2.
Well, yeah, we're taking a hit on,
and you're hoping that the ocean is going to be.
Yeah, we're taking a little bit of a hit on your internet, Peter, because it's anytime.
Sorry, guys.
So I'm just. It's good now? Okay, my producer says it's good now. Peter's back, okay?
The heat
and
started.
The last thing that's happening, big news, big news today. WSL Surf Breaks was nominated for a Webby Award. So I just I'm going to be really commercial right now. And
Congratulations, Kaipo.
Thank you. I'm going to tell everyone, please go to at the Webby Awards. It's on Instagram. In their link is how you can vote. And please vote for WSL Surf Breaks. We'd love to win a Webby. Oh my gosh. So that's the latest in breaking news.
Is there like a little award that comes with that? You have some trophy on the wall or like a little thing on your bookcase or something?
The Webby is the Emmys of the web. So this is let me see, it's the 24th annual Webbies. So it's not like it's like this new invented show.
So it's been around a while. Almost as long as the web.
Yeah. And yet we're running against some stiff competition, So please put in your vote. I would really appreciate that.
I'll vote for you.
Thank you. Quarantine times, Peter, and I've been missing my friends. Luckily, I have Any Kine Live so that I can talk to you whenever we put an episode up, and this has been super fun. But I miss the rest of my friends. You miss any people out there, from our crew?
Of course I do. I can't even see my parents, let alone, all my friends. So, a lot of solo time.
I miss a young lady that she celebrated a birthday yesterday on the 27th, Rosie Hodge. And she is the first lady of surf commentary, and she's such a great spirit, Rosie is. And we got to catch up with her, Pete, and that was really cool. We got to catch up with Rosie on a call yesterday, and we should check that out because that was to me, it was some family bonding. See? Oh my God!
Girl.
Happy birthday!
She's mobile too. We can be mobile.
Yeah! It's Rosie Hodge. Happy birthday, girl. How are you?
I miss my friends.
We miss you. Oh, it's one of those things. This is so cool.
It is cool. It's just like a bright ray of sunshine.
This is.
Hi, Rosie. Yes, thank you. Breath of fresh air.
100%. And thank you for joining us on Any Kine Live, Rosie. I'm going to say the first lady. Thank you. The first lady of surf commentary, Rosie Hodge, is with us here on her birthday on Any Kine Live. This is big stuff right here. We promised you big stuff. We're bringing you big stuff.
Just cracking it wide open. Thank you, Copper.
We're cracking it wide.
It's great to see you guys, and thanks for having me.
How's your day been?
Oh my gosh, I've had the best day. And Papa, I know you said that I could drink during the show, but I'm going to stand in solidarity with everyone in South Africa because they've banned alcohol back home for quarantine time. So I'm going to stand strong for at least the next however long this call takes.
No, but seriously, that's a serious problem in South Africa, and they got a lockdown. I think it's 5 weeks so far, and I don't know if they've set a lift date on that yet. Have they?
Well, 1st of May, they're going to reevaluate, and our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, he's expecting it to lift it slightly. But yeah, chatting to my family, they've really imposed a strict lockdown, and everyone back home has been standing by it and getting through it. So big love to South Africa.
Yeah, we love you, South Africa.
That was when you need Steve handling. Yeah, and your mom and dad.
Yeah, they all good. And you know what? Like a couple of the surfer guys back home, like Dylan Lightfoot, Stevie Sawyer, a handful of guys, they've started a program called Feeding Jbay, I think it's called. And they're like, yeah, you can send in money, and they go into the townships, like the underprivileged communities, and hand out food, nutrition, hygiene products, like everything to those communities that are really hard hit at the moment.
Steven Sawyer and crew over there in South Africa. Okay, Rosie, I got some questions for you already. First of all, have you watched the Tiger King?
Of course. Oh my gosh. It's like watching it. I describe it as hot garbage that you can't you can't stop, but it's so good.
So do you
That's
think
amazing.
Carol Baskin killed her husband?
I think she may have fed him to the tigers. That's my instinct.
That's my answer. Final answer.
I probably don't think that's the worst thing she's done.
You know what they say, Pete, and you know what they say. They say Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can't tell me it didn't happen. Fed him to the tigers, they're snacking. Carol Baskin.
Oh,
that was wonderful stuff. Yeah, we'll get Carol.
Is that an original, Cops?
No, I copied that from TikTok. Yeah, no, I can't take credit.
You're on TikTok now.
No, I'm not.
He is.
I'm not. I will be. Hey, bro.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Me neither.
Lock me up for another month, and I will be on TikTok. One more month, and I'm going to be on TikTok.
You are on lockdown, dude. 31st. That's your lift date right now. Is the next date you're looking at? Crazy stuff. Hey, Rosie, you been able to get in the water? I mean,
you know what?
Swimming? What are you doing?
They opened like T Street and then North. But they've yet to open like Lowers and State Park and all of those places. But I haven't actually jumped in the water yet. We're thinking of maybe going this evening for my birthday, but it's been so crowded. It's crazy. So it's just like, I feel a little bit hesitant to get in that soup right now.
So Rosie,
it's hot zone for sure.
So
I'm claiming hot zone, but there's people out.
So Rosie, Peter and I have been talking about it, and Peter actually brought the term to me. There's YOLOers out there right now, and it's like the YOLOers are taking over the beaches and the lineups, and it's actually more crowded than ever.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I mean, you're seeing it's people that have never surfed. I don't even know where they're getting these crafts from, and they all of a sudden just
the surf shops are closed. There's no way. They're ordering online.
So
yeah, they're not even buying their kit from surf stores, right, Pete?
No,
they're not. They're all shut.
So we've come up with a saying: don't be a YOLOer. Surf by yourself or away from other people, and don't congregate, and really try not to spit around me. You know what I mean? Because like,
dude, you've been in my thoughts, Cops, because I know how much you struggle with germs and everything associated with. Yeah, it's packed.
Yeah, so that's Huntington. That's Huntington Beach right there. I would be freaking out right now. I was freaking out like pre-COVID. I was already like pretty manic, and right now
Can I add something, Kaipo, real quick, though? I mean, you have to have compassion, because I know that when I'm at the beach, and I know that you guys feel the same way, that feels like the safest place on the planet. At any given time, You've got the sea breeze coming on. There's no one breathing on you except for the ocean and Mother Earth, and it feels really good. So I understand why you need to be at the beach, and it feels good. That's the truth of it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's been so funny because it's... Oh, I love it. I love the sentiment, but it also feels like we live inland, like not being able to utilize like something that we're so inherently used to. It really grounds you and makes you appreciate like what you have. I went for a run for the other day and looked at the ocean, and there were these dolphins, and they were just like playing in the lineup, like super close to shore. And I was like, those guys don't even miss us. Like not even a tiny little bit.
They're actually
Just a little
they're
bit. They
actually
miss you, Rosie.
Yeah,
Nothing.
but no, the animals are thriving. On the last show, we talked about how, and we showed a lot of pictures from around the world where animals are actually invading places that they've never been before because all the humans aren't fucking everything up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, got another question for you, Rosie.
Hit me.
I love California, and one of the things I love about California is Mexican food. But when we look at hot sauces, there's two camps. It's like Democrats and Republicans. So there's one camp that is the Cholula. There's the Cholula camp, right? And then there is the Tapatio camp.
Okay.
So which one are you in when it comes to a hot sauce, Cholula or Tapatio?
I'm not picky. Maybe I haven't been in California for long enough.
They're both good.
Oh, hold on.
I tried to.
If you have a choice of two sitting on the table, which one would you grab?
Okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna find a friend. I'm gonna find a friend. Okay.
This is good.
Okay.
So this is a bonus. We're gonna get Folky in here.
See, he can have a beer.
Hi guys.
He's got the
Okay.
Dude,
Good.
quarantine gives you Seinfeld
Folky.
here. And like Kramer over here.
Hey, I've had to use a whole.
Serious question.
Serious question.
Cholula or Tapatio?
Cholula, 100%, 24/7. The reason that you can't get Cholula at most of the Mexican eateries in Southern California is because it's so expensive. It's like $9 a bottle. Tapatio, $1.99 a bottle. So all the restaurants go Tapatio, but if you want the Flavor Flav, you go Cholula.
Okay, there you go. Well, I guess Kappa's taking
What about you, Kipes?
Tapatio if it's cheap, but economical.
That's right.
Economical.
Yeah.
That is so crazy because I am Tapatio. I am Tapatio. My wife who doesn't my wife who like she's really good for the economy is Cholula. It's crazy. Wow.
Mac wants to say hi.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Mac.
goodness. So this is Makana, shortened to the nickname Mac. It's the Hawaiian word for a present, and this dude is the feistiest, like, healer you will ever see.
Yep.
And
He's a
by
gift
the
because he
time
was the 11th puppy in the litter, and they didn't know that he was born until the next morning.
wow.
So it was a gift.
How's Mac been holding up? If he's anything like my dog right now, he's having the best time of his life because my dog has been pampered. The humans are around all the time. I pet my dog like 1,000 times a day. Like he's spoiled. What about Mac?
Therapy. Oh, Mac is thriving. That was actually him coming to tell me that it's time for his afternoon snack. And then after that, it's his gourmet dinner.
So we don't want to keep you too long, Rosie, but I do have another question for you, and this relates to surfing because we got to talk about surfing at some point.
Yeah.
We would have been finishing up Margaret River by now in a normal world, but who on the men's side and the women's side would you have guessed would have been in the lead right now on the rankings?
Oh, I'll go on the women's side. I picked her earlier this year was Caroline Marks. I've been watching her free surf, unbelievable. The men's side, I mean, John if he's healthy, but Italo has been training like crazy.
Okay, those are good picks. Peter, I'm going to give you a chance to pick them.
Gabriel got a new girlfriend, it looks like, in his Instagram. He made a post and he's in love.
We're bringing that up.
So we might need to think about that. That could either spark him into it.
Give me your pick, Peter. Men and women.
You didn't. I like Caroline Marks too. I must say, because she's just getting better and better, and she's got like 4 more years of that. So, yeah, I think she's definitely one to watch on the women's side. And then the 3-pack that we talked about, Gabriel, Italo, and John are going to be vying for it. I like John.
John. All right.
John.
You want my pick? You want?
If we even have a year. I hope so.
So my pick is on the women's side. It would have been Macy Callahan because she developed
She's ripping.
Well, and also during the off season, she developed some type of hypnotizing spell that she's able to cast on her competitors with those ice blue eyes. And on the men's side, I would have gone way out on the limb, and I would have gone with Morgan Sibilic, just because he's pissed, he's angry that nobody knows who he is, and he comes out firing. I think he would have been in like the semis, at Snapper, and then maybe semis again at Bells.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think it would have been fun to see the rookies this year.
It's true. Jack Robinson.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay, what do they should do with the turf?
Okay, that's your guess. Me and Peter have guessed before. Like, when are we going to rejoin? When do you think we're going to rejoin?
I have hopefully soon. Like, that's my heart. But then at the same time, I'm like, which country is going to let every person from another country through their borders?
Right. It's like, it's in the name. It's the World Surf League. So if the world can't get together, then you can't have the World Surf League. But maybe.
Well, I'm proud of our league. I mean, the way that they handled everything and obviously they've always said they're going to put our safety first, but taking control of that situation. I'm going to put faith and trust in their decisions and see kind of where we land up for the rest of the year. I miss you guys. I miss the tour. I miss it all. So I'm like, as soon as possible, pretty please.
Yeah, we miss you too, Rosie. And thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for sharing your birthday with us. Happy birthday. We're so stoked and hope you have a wonderful day, Rosie.
You guys, thank you so much for the birthday.
Good to see you, girl.
I felt very special. Good to see you guys. You.
We love you.
Ciao.
Ciao. Love you guys. You.
Oh,
there she is.
How good was that?
Really good.
How good was that? Meeting up with friends. And Peter, we do know since that conversation yesterday, because we were just speculating on when the tour is going to start. We know it's not going to start until sometime after July 1st. So we got some more time. But on the bright side of things, it gives us more time to do more Any Kine lives.
So can we pick a new event now to start?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think we could probably do a pretty good social distancing event at French? Maybe that could be the first event. Where? Right? Kind of control it at the Surf Ranch.
For sure. Okay. And that brings a really, I think even before that, I think
or we decide a world title at the Surf Ranch?
No, but look at Tahiti's, you can very social distance in Tahiti. Everyone's out on boats separate.
Yes.
True. And then we're just all in our home. So it would be rad to get going at Tahiti and then move to the Surf Ranch, and both which we can contain at least to have events. So that's what we hope. We're talking about birthdays. That was yesterday that we taped that. Today, the 28th, I want to wish a happy birthday to Coco Ho. It's her birthday. And also,
happy birthday, Coco.
Happy birthday, Coco, right?
Yay! Oh, yeah.
All right, that's for Coco. And then also, on a more somber note, it would have been Jeff Grosso's birthday, which we lost a couple weeks ago. But we're celebrating Grosso's life. And so let's continue on with the celebration. Happy birthday, Jeff. And we all love you. So we're moving on into things that we're going to break down. Now we're talking about surfing. This is a very surfy episode, by the way. Our breakdowns. And the first thing I want to break down, because to know your future, you need to know your past. and one of the most. And recently, Surfline has been streaming for their premium members. So make sure you're a premium member of Surfline, by the way. Hal Jepsen's Super Sessions, which was filmed in 1975, and it has radical stuff in it. It has like Jerry Lopez with the quote, "It's a cakewalk" at Pipeline. And then in there, there's also the quote of Larry Bertelman saying, "Anything's possible." But let's see if we can queue up and take a look at some Larry Bertelman right here from that film.
And if you think about Larry Bertelman, he was at the top of his game very, very early. Way ahead of his time.
So right here, he's talking about boards and the evolution of boards. Now, if you have to think about in the time, the Stinger was a big evolution. And what was happening with Larry was he was placing his fins really high up on the board, much higher on the board. You see, way higher than everyone else. He would cut the fin at the base so he could slide it up a little bit more. And the fin, Pete, would actually be wobbly. So it flexes a little bit so the rubber man could do his thing.
So sick. You think about it's great surfers before him, but he was definitely ahead of his time.
Watch this stuff. The late stand up right here, the Burt bottom turn, and the hook. What? Larry Mehal Bertelman. One of my very early influences and someone who like influenced surfing as a whole when it comes to progressive surfing. I mean, and you know what else is cool, Pete? In this film, Super Sessions, people aren't riding leashes in most of the film. Mostly people don't have leashes in the whole film.
Extra fitness, good training, or you don't fall.
Bruh. You only need a leash if you fall, okay? You only need a leash if you don't fall, you don't need a leash. So don't fall.
Well, you can body surf too.
Yeah. So Larry Bertelman, ripping it up. I wish I could grow a fro like that. You can, Peter. You can grow a fro.
I think I could. I'm working on it. Maybe
don't
by
cut the
the
hair.
next time we run an event. Really?
Don't cut, please.
It's annoying.
Please.
Super
Don't
annoying.
cut the hair. Please,
Talk about Kramer.
please. Dude, please. Bring back the fro.
Okay, I won't for now.
Okay.
I won't. I don't have those icy blue eyes, do I? Like Macy Callahan.
So from the past, I want to go to the future. So we looked at the past because we honor our roots, we water the soil for our roots, and then what can happen in the future? Well, so there's a progression that's happening, and a lot of it's happening in wave systems, Peter, because you have that repetition that can happen in a wave system, right?
I agree, yes. And I think that if we can have that for everybody to showcase that, I mean, we saw it at Stab High. That was an example of an event that was about progression solely.
Yeah, and with that repetition, it's like, for me, coming from a skateboard and a snowboard background as well, is when you can hit the same feature over and over again, you can work out your tricks. So whether it's a jump in snowboarding, or whether it's like a stationary object like a bowl or a skate park hip or like a rail, if you can do it over and over again, you're going to get more and more comfortable with it, and so we've seen that. And we take a look at Finn McGill. I'm a big fan of this young man with some progression. And so we got the Instagram up.
You think about what
at Waco. Let's roll and see what happened.
What are you going to call this, Kaipo?
It's a backside rotation, body varial. As you can see, he switches stance on his body. He goes 180 with his body while he's doing a full rotation on the backhand. My good friend Chris Cote would have called this a backside 540. I'm not as good as math as Cote, nor am I a proponent to putting numbers to things in surfing.
Well, the board doesn't even actually go 540 though. His body varialed in it, but his board.
Yeah.
And how many surfers in the world can do this maneuver? Would you say?
More and more in every generation. More and more in every generation. So that's something that we can look forward to. You know, Finn McGill, because he's got a great skateboarding background, and I think he just is pushing progression there.
That was sick, and he almost pegged it. He landed for sure, and I think he was probably pretty psyched on just the landing. And he pulls that with the jersey on. Woo-hoo. 10 points.
Well, he in France, the last Red Bull Airborne, he did a indie alley-oop, which was really cool, rarely seen. You know what I mean? And so was it an indie alley-oop, or was it just like an indie? I don't know. I can't remember. He did something
that we had.
He did something rad. Yeah. Finn McGill. Finnegan Thunders McGill. And so that's what we got to look forward to as surfing progresses. But now we're going to move on to, we're going to get a little commercial right now, because it's time for some product reviews, Pete. And I think you have a product for us.
I do. And it's called the Soulite Bootie. Now, in Santa Cruz, we love our booties, and good booties especially. And the Soulite booties are something that came out recently, and they actually have a heat molded, which I know that you are a proponent of, Kaipo, because you come from the snowboard world, and snowboard boots had this technology early, but now it is in a bootie. And I love bootie, and especially these booties because they mold to my feet. I've got a very narrow foot, and boiling water in these. Let them sit for 15 minutes, pour the water out, put that thing right on my foot, and it molds to my foot. So this is technology, first time used in a bootie here, and I love it. One of the best things, especially for a guy who has to wear booties all year long. Kaipo, what do you think of the bootie? You like this bootie?
I like that bootie. I'm giving it 3 horns. But you know, bootie, geez, I like bootie.
Yeah.
And
I got a pair here.
Let me see. What do you got?
Right here.
A pair of the Soulite booties.
Yeah, this is the custom Omnis. Got those in the store, so if you need them, come on by.
Oh, so we can get those booties.
I've even got a kettle in the back.
So you can get
hot
your
water.
Booties fitted at Freeline Surf Shop, and they'll custom fit your Soulite booties. That's a really cool feature and service to your customers. Awesome. Speaking of booty, well, I'm a big fan of booty as well, but my booty is Nastia. Nastia Nas.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is Nastia, and Nastia is a professional twerker, one of the world's best twerkers, by the way. And
is she a world champion?
Nastia, well, she's highly acclaimed in the art of twerking. Have you ever tried to twerk, Peter?
Yes. I'm admitting that.
It's hard.
You want me to try right
easy.
here? No. I'm not going to do that.
It's not easy to twerk, dude. Like, it's hard work. So Nastia has seminars all over the world, and she is one of the best twerkers in the world. That's her job. Now we can get off that graphic before I get into trouble, because you know, let's get back on the 2-shot, because I know I'm gonna oh my God, Kaipo, he's exploiting women. No, I'm not exploiting women. That's her job. That is what she chooses to do, and she's really good at it. And she's like one of the world's best.
She probably makes good money.
And she has seminars everywhere. Okay, I'm not exploiting women. I love women. I married a woman, and I helped make two other women, two more women for the world. So, moving on. Moving on to what? Well, that actually made me smile. But what makes you smile, Pete?
I have lots of things to smile, but I want to bring something up that is something that I think everyone on Earth appreciate. Who typo?
Hygge. So this is Hygge.
This is Hygge.
It's the Danish
Spelled
art
Hygge.
Hygge is more of a mindset than a thing, and it's been hiding in plain sight in America for decades. You can find Hygge in products like Ugg boots, diptyque candles, IKEA sheepskin rugs, and fuzzy Patagonia vests. Hot toddies and hot apple cider, chocolates, cookies, and cakes. Add it all up, and that's a recipe for a Hyggelig evening.
I mean,
Now, doesn't that sound fun, Kaipo? Really? That Hygge.
So Hygge
finest.
Hygge is the art of feeling comfortable at home. And in Denmark,
Yes.
the Danish have wired this art of feeling comfortable at home and the art of Hygge. So in these days and times, Pete, I say, let's go Hygge.
I would say so, and I think that especially nowadays, right, that you're going to have to find anything you can to make sure you're comfortable. And you figure that those Europeans spend a lot of time inside and know how to be comfortable, and I think that's where that art has come from. But you can have this art all over anywhere in the world. And if I could bring up this Instagram of my good friend from Canada, he knows how to Hygge. And let's pop that one up. And it's going to kind of showcase.
Can I give it up to Hygge first?
Yeah, well, this is Hygge right here. You still can give it to Hygge.
I have to give 3 horns to Hygge.
But this is,
what's going on here?
This is Raf Bruweiler, who is one of the best Canadian surfers and lives in the Vancouver Island. And his Hygge is making a camping hot tub, and the kid has a 100-degree hot tub built into the shoreline. How cool is that? He brings his kit right there on the boat, pops up the hot tub, goes for a surf. 2 hours later, he comes in, he's got himself a hot tub for him and his kids. Now that is cool camping by Raf Bruweiler, and definitely Hygge.
I love it. And I'm wishing Hygge on all of our viewers. I hope you're comfortable. I hope you're making the best of this time at home. And much love from the whole crew at Any Kine Live. Final words, Pete, before we sign off.
Well, Nick, can you turn off the Hygge narration in the back of it all? I love it. And my final thoughts are, again, let's stay safe, everyone out there, and keep having fun. And Hygge your way to a big smile on your face.
All right. Thank you, Pete. And thank you, Nick the Ripper, for putting us all on, making us look good with all the technical features over here. Remember, smash the thumb sign, give us some likes, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications when Any Kine Live goes live again. Thank you for joining us again. I bid you guys aloha and much love to everyone out there.
Mm-hmm.